Hey gamers, welcome back to a brand new DSP video. That's right. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a DSP video. You guys probably missed my DSP videos. I've uploaded other videos, by the way. Anyways, I was debating doing this video because it's kind of like a niche topic, I guess. But I figured, why not? It's been a while. Let's have some fun, right? So let's get into it. Because we're gonna be talking about everyone's favorite video game that's coming out, Metal Gear Solid Delta. Everyone's hyped. Everyone was waiting for this game. Okay, but in reality, it's just a remake from Konami. What more can you say about it, right? But anyways, let's hear it from Kojima's #1 fan, DSP, right? Let's hear what he has to say about this remake. Oh, I'm on the wrong window.
Apparently, there's a lot of stuff going on that maybe would put that into question. Okay, notably, Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is really Metal Gear.
I like that every time he wants to do his little ASMR thing, it really looks like he's ready to pucker up. Like, look at it.
There's a lot of stuff going on that maybe would put that into question. Okay, notably, Metal Gear Solid Delta.
Like, he has to look at the mic. Like, it's really like he's just gonna like deep throat the mic. I mean, technically, I guess you could argue. I mean, what's he supposed to do in that situation? I mean, preferably he just wouldn't do it. He just would be like, I'm not gonna like do this because it's cringe. But since he keeps insisting on doing it, it just doesn't look right. It looks wrong, and it just. I mean, just like everything else in DSP's life, sometimes you just can't help it. He's just born that way. It is kind of borderline like unfair criticism. However, he could just stop doing this, but he's gonna keep doing it because he really loves his fans so much. He wants to annoy the trolls the most. Like, make it make sense.
Delta, which is really Metal Gear Solid 3, but for some reason they're calling it like Metal Gear Solid Delta.
See, he's doing it again. He had to pucker up for the getting ready to deep throat the Shure microphone. I think it's very obvious why they want to call it Delta. I think it's twofold. Because obviously they probably want people to just not feel intimidated to buying this remake. They wanted to make sure that people don't have to be like, oh, this is the third one. Do I have to play the first two? It's like, no, you just jump in. That's like one. But I think the second one is, I think they really just want to make it seem like it's a unique release. Like I feel like this is what Konami would think Kojima would do in this kind of situation. They kind of give it a weird title so people are like, oh, what's this about? Like, I don't know, but like who cares? Like, but yeah, of course it's a big deal for Phil because he's so smart.
Because they want to make it sound fancy and make you think like it's a new game when it's not. Kojima has no.
How do they want to make you think it's a new game when it like everything about the marketing is talking about how it's a remake? Like, you would really have to be like super duper super ignorant or not in the know on this one. Like, I mean, but how many people are not in the know on Metal Gear Solid? Like, I don't know. Is that even a reasonable thing for him to say that, like, oh, they did so that it sounds new, so people would think it's a new game? I don't think people are gonna think it's a new game. I mean, especially now, especially right now. Like, it's hard to separate that because of all of the issues that this game has.
Involvement whatsoever in this game. It is the game he made because they want to make it sound fancy and make you think like it's a new game when it's not. Kojima has no involvement whatsoever in this game.
Well, yeah, he doesn't work for Konami. Like, this isn't, like, that deep.
It is the game he made.
No, I also like that. I guess I didn't know this aspect of Delta. But it did have some people who worked on the original PS2 game come back to work on this remake. Like, there are people in it, like, who still work at Konami that worked with Kojima as well. I mean, there has been criticisms of Kojima and Kojima fans, I guess, to an extent, that they kind of like accredit everything to Kojima when, like, obviously it's like a team effort, and I get that. You know, obviously, like, no video game like that is made by one person. Like, there's like writers and all this other stuff. Like, there's a lot of cogs in the machine. So I don't. So it, you know, it's that kind of deal. Let's put it that way. It's that kind of deal. Like, you know, but with this, it's like, do you really need Kojima for this? I mean, I guess for like the visual and like presentation, sure, but you know, whatever. Like, my only 2 cents I have with this remake is at least you can still play the original. Like, I think it would be far worse if there was no way at all to play the original MGS3 and all you had was this. Like, that's what I said about Resident Evil 4 Remake. I would have hated that game way more if you couldn't play the original still. Like, I like, that's where I am with this remake. Like, it's whatever, like, but you can still play the original very easily and readily. Like, it's not like, oh, you have to like dig out your like, it's easier to play MGS3 than MGS4. I'll say that. Like, MGS4, you either need like a PS3 or do multiple steps on a PC to get to play it. This is at least like, you can still play the original if you want. Like, just keep releasing the original. As long as that's going on, then I don't mind it. But like, you know, Delta should not be the only way to play MGS3. You know, common sense stuff, man.
Only redone with modernized graphics and controls. It's tweaked a little bit to become more of a modern game. And this may be the first of many attempts where Konami will try to remaster the work of Kojima and not pay him for it.
This is not a remaster. It's just this is an actual remake. I mean, I guess technically you could say it's a remaster because they kind of put the original game through Unreal Engine 3. Oh no, Unreal Engine 5, excuse me, doob. But that's only for the cutscenes. Like, the gameplay, they did have to like retool and rebalance and blah 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 blah. But it is more or less a remake. Konami has put out remasters before. Now, this is kind of what, like, this. I was watching this podcast, and this is kind of what made me think about doing the video. Because he's really acting as if this is the first time Konami has released something without the original developers. Dude, they have put out Castlevanias, Silent Hills, all this stuff without the original developers. Like, I don't think Team Silent, or at least a majority of Team Silent, is still at Konami. At least I don't think they are. And they put out a remaster of Silent Hill, like, did they do 1 and 2, a remaster for that, like, years ago? Whatever. They did a remaster of that. They did a remake of Silent Hill 2 with Bloober Team. It really, like, this is what kind of drives me crazy about when he talks about Konami in regards to Metal Gear and Kojima. It's very weird in the sense that he acts as if Konami has no other games under their company. Like, because he never talks like this about Castlevania, about Silent Hill, or like even Suikoden. Isn't Suikoden a Konami game? He says nothing about that. But it's always Kojima and Konami. And you know, this is the thing that he does with Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear and Metal Gear have the same kind of like relationship with DSP, where it's like he's so like traumatized by pushback from these communities that he acts as if they have snipers trained on him at all times in case he says something out of line. Like, you don't have to like suck Kojima's dick to like be a fan of Metal Gear or whatever, but this dude is like terrified. But he does actually do backhanded compliments to Kojima. So I mean, at least there's that, right? Right, guys?
Sad but true. You know, Kojima will not make $1 on this game.
Yeah, okay, but where was this concern with Bluebird Team Silent Hill 2? Did Team Silent get paid for that? Did Team Silent get paid for the remaster that they put out that people didn't like? Where was this concern when he was playing Silent Hill Downpour or whatever the fuck? Because I don't think these are like the same developers. Like you know, he played the Dead Rising remake. Was that guy who made Dead Rising 1 involved? Was it like, not Kenji, I want to say it's Kenji Inafune, but I don't think that's him. I don't think that's the guy. But you know what I mean. You know the guy I'm talking about. Did DSP care about that? He wants a new Mega Man game, but the guy who did Mega Man's not at Capcom anymore. Okay.
He's not involved in it whatsoever. He has nothing to do with it, yet they're going to keep selling and reselling and reselling
and I guarantee, when Devil May Cry 6 comes around, he's not going to say anything about the guy who did Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5. I don't know if he did the other two. I know it was like the Platinum Kamiya who did like 1. Nobody knows who did 2, but the guy who did 3, 4, and 5, he's not with Capcom anymore. Is DSP gonna be like, guys, can we release Devil May Cry 5 without the guy? Oh my god! Or whatever the fuck. Like, this is such nonsense from him. Like, because he knows that there was this, like, small, like, debate back when MGS5 was going on, and people were like, yeah, after this, I'm boycotting Konami. Like, all these people who were, like, saying that they're not gonna, like, do anything with Konami anymore, or whatever. They're not gonna support them anymore. And of course, guess what? DSP joined in on that bandwagon, but you wanna know why he joined in? Because they were not releasing any of their games. Any major games at that point. So it's very easy to boycott a company that's now releasing new games. But then he went back and paid and played a lot of them. Like, he bought the HD collection again. He bought, I think he did, but whatever, you know what I mean. He bought the Silent Hill 2 remake, so it didn't really matter. It didn't really matter what he said about that. But he knew that there was this big backlash where it's like, oh, there's no Kojima, we're not gonna buy any more Metal Gear games, and all this other stuff. And you're gonna see who really cares about that kind of boycott, man. But okay.
Because it's their property. They own the intellectual property to Metal Gear
Oh,
Solid.
they do?
So already there were some, I guess you could say, moral or ethical questions about buying and playing this game. But besides that,
but that's like up to the individual. Like, I mean, I kind of think like people can think of whatever. If they don't want to support it, they don't want to support it. Like, more power to you. But if people want to buy it, whatever, who cares? It's the video game at the end of the day. Like, Konami was is probably gonna do it again. Like, you know, that's just the way of things. Unless Kojima has the money to buy the IP back, but you know what I mean? Come on.
Now, people have gotten their hands on this game ahead of time, and apparently it's not good. The reviews are essentially saying the game performs incredibly poorly no matter what version of the game you buy.
I like the overdramatization of the performance. I mean, it's not good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am not gonna, like, sit there and say that these criticisms aren't fair or whatever, but DSP, like, makes it seem like it's in an unplayable state that it will just crash, it will, like, Snake will load in as a wireframe or whatever. All that happens when you play the game is that, like, I think there's artifacting in the textures, and there's frame drops. And the frame drops can range from, like, 30, like, from 60 to 30 for the most part. Like, it's all different on different platforms. The worst is the PS5 Pro, which is really funny, but these other, like, platforms, they just can't run at a stable frame rate, which, you know, that's just the fate of Unreal Engine 5, okay, dude? But that's what people are saying. Nobody is saying that, like, oh, this game, when you load it, it crashes. Like, it's just frame rates. That's like the major problem. And it's like the reason why people are more vocal about these frame rates is because it's a PS2 game that they remade. Like these maps aren't big maps, and it's like chugging along on powerful hardware. Like there should like MGS5 that ran on a base PS4 can do 60 frames in an open world, but this game that's in a like isolated location can't do like stable frame rates, and then the resolution can like dip to like 720p. Like these are things that like people are talking because it's kind of embarrassing that a company cannot push a PS2 game like that. And the thing is, I think the online discourse of this game is coming around to be kind of funny because uh there are a lot of people that are like, yeah guys, when this game came out on the PS2 it was 30 frames and nobody cared, even though we're ignoring the tech at the time and all this other stuff. So like, that's like clown mode number 1. Clown mode number 2, it's like uh act like acting as if like people like I don't know how to describe it, because I think like, you know, if it's not enough to like dissuade you from buying the game or whatever, like that's fine. I mean, a lot of people can like not care about frame rate drops. Like it's all personal and all this other stuff. But it's kind of the same with Nintendo. Like if you buy a Switch 2, that doesn't mean that you love everything about it, right? Like that's all this is. Basically, it's like if this is enough to dissuade you, that it's enough. If it's not, it's not. You know, it's just you should be a little bit more like critical about these frame rates. You know, but we'll see what happens. I guess, you know, we'll see what happens with the next Metal Gear release and go from there. Right, right, guys.
It runs like crap. It's frame rate that stutters and goes up and down and up and down. Seems like the game lacks polish.
What does he mean by lacks polish? Like, again, he's adding all this stuff and it's just the performance. Like, what's the polish? Oh, the lighting is off? I mean, I'm gonna be honest about this, because this is another discourse thing I've seen where people are like comparing the HD collection. Some people went to the PS2 file to do that too, but they compared this, and I'm just like saying this like, yeah, I'm sure there's an artistic like reason why it looks like that in the original and all this other stuff, but I don't think the average person is gonna care. Like you know, like not everything in video games or in art can be truly appreciated by everyone, and not a lot of people are gonna care about that. Like there's people who still love the Return of the King, Return of the Jedi movie that they did on Blu-ray, where Darth Vader says, not no. No, he didn't say no. I don't know. He like when he threw Palpatine down the hole, he was like, no. And everyone's like, this is dumb. But I'm sure there are people that are like, I don't care. This is still a good movie. Like, what can you do? And then, oh, you know, now I'm talking about Star Wars. I can also bring this up, right? Where was this concern with Star Wars? When has he ever said, yeah, guys, Star Wars Outlaws is coming out. George Lucas is not making any money. Where's George Lucas? I mean, sure, I guess you could argue George Lucas sold the property, but you know, you diehard fans probably kind of like care, right? Correct?
And a lot of people saying it seems like it's just a cash in. Like they know that there is no more Metal Gear Solid because they.
Well, yeah, of course it's a cash in. I mean, everything Konami does is a cash in. Like, that's what people were saying about the Silent 2 remake. And people like that remake, some people don't, whatever. But at the end of the day, they, you know, like, why do you think they did the Silent 2 remake first? Like, come on.
Because they fired Kojima. You know, so now they're just going to try to milk this thing. A lot of people saying it seems like it's just a cash in. Like, they know that there is no more Metal Gear Solid because they fired Kojima. You know, so now they're just going to try to milk this thing, and they didn't put a lot of effort into it. It's just not very good.
This effort thing, like, I would, you know, it's a whatever, right? Because a lot of this is just like poor optimization or whatever with the engine, whatever issues with it within Unreal Engine 5. Like, it seems to be happening to a lot of people. I don't think it's a lack of effort. I mean, I don't think it's a lack of effort. It's just the engine doob. But whatever.
So I guess the question is, do I still play it or not?
But
Because
again, where was this with Silent Hill 2? Yeah, there's no, like, whatever. I mean, I guess you kept getting new Silent Hill games regardless, I guess. So, I mean, sure, but whatever.
Okay. Either way, seriously, I'm down for playing it again. I haven't played it in many, many years. But if this is going to be some kind of an inferior version that's crap and crashes and looks like shit and everyone's just going to complain.
Nobody says it crashes, by the way. I have not heard a single person mention a crash in the game.
Then what's the point?
It's just frame rates.
Right? Like, seriously, what's the point? So...
What's the point, dude?
Cabalion says, I just don't understand the optimization issues. The game is set on really small levels and has a load screen in between them. What the hell is the optimization issue they're having? Again, it seems like it really is a cash grab. Like, they were advertising this game for, 2 years? Acting like it was going to be some big deal, but now it looks like it actually was just a kind of a rush job.
I love that, like, he's not even being fair to the people. Like, he's kind of looking at Konami as a whole, as everyone there is evil, and all this other stuff. Like, sure, I mean, it's a fucking company. But there's also people who are working there that are trying their best, right? Like, okay.
That they weren't really putting a lot of attention to detail or care into. They were just like, port it, upscale it, go.
But they added a new collectible in this game. They added the Gakkos as well. Like, so you could do the keratin frogs and then the Gakkos and all this other stuff. Like, I talked to someone else on Twitter about this. I think what's kind of funny about Delta is that it just... there are things in this remake that I kind of think are, like, I'll give credit about, like, Snake vs. Monkey being included, Snake vs. Bomberman, Secret Theater, all that stuff being added to the game. Like, that is an aspect of it that is like, okay, so they at least kind of care. Like, they went out of their way to include all this stuff, which, not a lot of people, like, expected them to do. Like, even with the Nightmare game, they did that as well. Like, this was stuff that nobody was expecting. And I do think that is at least, like, a sign of, like, that they cared enough, right? But then there's, like, these other decisions and other things along the way that just kind of seems like they didn't care. Like, it's very weird and sporadic. It's like, right when they reach the threshold of, oh, they care, it's like they do something else that's, like, a cynical cash grab maneuver. Like, using the same PS2 voice lines. Like, why not re-record the lines? I mean, there's a clip going around where, like, they had I don't know if they brought Jim Piddock back to do Major Zero to, like, change the wording, but they I think they either had him come back to say a sentence, or they just, like, YouTube pooped a sentence, and it sounds really weird and jarring, as if it was, like, made by AI. Like, it's so odd, and it's like, why can't they do that? Like, it's decisions like that like really make the whole really jumble. Like, there was like one dude who cared and someone else that was like, I don't care, just put it out. And I think that's kind of like the jarring experience that this game is gonna have with a lot of people.
So the question is, do you guys still want me to play it or not? All right, it's really up to you guys. I'll play it or I'll skip it. But the thing is, we have a ton of things to do. Just to lay this out on
now, here's the thing. He's gonna hide behind this. I'm sure if he drops Delta, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is what he's gonna do when he announces that he's not gonna play.
Yeah, I decided that fuck Konami. I'm not gonna support this remake. It's unauthorized and it's stupid, and I'm not gonna support it because they screwed Kojima. They fucked Kojima, man. Fuck Konami. And also, there's a lot of games that I'm playing and juggling. We need to get through them, okay, man?
Which is, like, the real reason. The real reason, there's a lot of games that he wants to play, that he needs to get finished, and all this other stuff, which he doesn't want to add another game suddenly. So like that's the real reason. But he's gonna pretend as if he cares so much about Kojima and he doesn't want the Delta to tarnish the legacy of Snake Eater and all this other like shit he does not give a fuck about. This dude is so the amount the lengths he goes to in being fake is kind of like half the reason I do these niche kind of videos on random things, because it's just it just pisses me off sometimes when I just hear this dude just say shit he truly does not care. He doesn't care about.
On the table, just listen to what we're already doing. All right.
But this is the real reason why he doesn't want to
GTA
do
4 is going to attempt to complete the main story today. I don't know if we're going to get to do that, but I'm going to try. We're going to try to get as far as we can, but now I've committed to doing the Ballad of Gay Tony DLC because you guys really wanted it.
You know, he buys a Switch 2, which, you know, is a colossal waste of money for him because he hates Nintendo. I mean, he loves Nintendo so much. But he doesn't like any other game. He always complains about Nintendo games, but he buys it anyway. Why? But you know what? If he said that he was gonna skip the Switch 2, he's gonna eventually buy it again because he was gonna give it to Kat, and then he would have to explain to it would be another weird conspiracy theory moment. So you know, it's like kind of like that's where we're at with DSP. Like it's just that.
So I said that we would do it. Okay, so
Okay.
that's number one. I just started Suikoden 2 as a retro throwback playthrough on PlayStation 1, you know, redoing this game as a modern playthrough with the HD collection that came out
Okay.
earlier this year.
Did
And we've done
the
2 streams.
original devs get paid for that, Philip? Are you supporting the does that support the actual devs? Do they still work with Konami? I don't know, man.
Of it, and I'm having a blast with it. Okay?
Probably.
On night streams, we've got American Truck Simulator and Minecraft as our weekly chill streams. But this week, we have to finish Donkey Kong
Man, I kind of want to do
Bonanza.
a video about
I'm just going to
Minecraft
repeat
shit.
that for
It's like driving me insane. You go to his Minecraft stream, and I swear he doesn't do anything. He just stays in his house, and then the only time he goes out is they play with his barnyard animals. So we hear all this obnoxious noise. Like, dude, you go to his Twitch playthrough of Minecraft, and he's like exploring. He's on a boat. He's like going to other areas, whatever. He's building a village, all this cool shit. This one, yeah, this is my house. Look at my house, and it's boring as fuck. And then he's building, and he's hyping up building a bathroom. I thought we don't like games where we can do stuff that we can do in real life, right? Okay.
emphasis. We have to finish this game. I've had enough. Really, like, the game has dragged on way too long. There's absolutely no way I am playing Donkey Kong Bonanza in September. Under no circumstance. So it's either we beat this game this week or I just quit. It's ridiculous. It's over.
This is kind of bullshit because there were a lot of games people were begging him to drop, and he's like,
We're almost near the end, guys. I'm just not gonna drop it now. We're near the end.
and then he beats it. But this game, he's near the end, and he's willing to drop it. Like, okay, man.
It's overstayed its welcome and it's boring at this point. I'm just not having fun with it. I want it over. Okay?
I thought it was easy. Didn't he say that you could just beeline it through the waypoints and all this stuff? Like, why doesn't he just do that? Okay.
So, we
Like,
definitely need.
what he does in this is like he goes to the secret stuff and all their challenges, quits the challenge, moves on. If he's rushing, just go follow the waypoint. Why are we doing the special challenges? I thought the game was easy, dude. Oh, by the way, I got a little bit further in Donkey Kong Bonanza. He's further than me. I'm taking my time with this. But there was this one boss fight he did that he was struggling a lot with, and I was able to go through it pretty quickly. Like, I kind of don't know how it was hard. Like, I was expecting it to be, like, frustrating, and it wasn't. I mean, there's boss fights I find frustrating, sure, but I had no problem with this boss fight. It was really easy and fun, but okay.
Need to
He
do
kept
that at
like,
least
these
1 to
little,
2
like,
streams
bugs on
to
him.
wrap it up.
Where Pauline was like,
Okay.
ew, and he kept
Now,
them
in addition
on.
to that,
It's
I'm
like,
still doing some fighting games with Capcom versus SNK2,
the game is
which I'm
telling
still
you to
having a
get
great
them
time
off,
with,
and you're
I
like,
want to
ah,
keep
just keep
playing.
them on.
But then we have another new game coming out this Tuesday. It's Gears of War Is it Reloaded? It has a specific name.
Why
it's like
are we supporting Gears of War Reload? Cliffy B is not getting paid for this remaster. Epic Games isn't getting paid for this. Why are we supporting a collection that's made to make money? Huh?
Reloaded,
Relapse.
relaunched, something like that.
Gears of War Relapse.
That I'm excited for. I haven't played a Gears of War game in many years. Gears of War is a franchise that used to be one of the huge premier franchises for Microsoft. And then Microsoft at one point decided, hey, let's just stop making good games and become a games distributor with Game Pass. You know, that's the Phil Spencer way, I guess. When you suck at a job, just instead of getting better and trying to persevere, just give up, throw in the towel, and decide that you want to do something else.
Well, so why did DSP stop doing game reviews? Why did he stop doing KO gaming reviews? Oh, because he wasn't making money, so he stopped doing it. Okay, so that's cool.
Else to make money, right? That's kind of like the Jack Welch strategy.
Oh
I don't really think Jack Welch was a very good.
Who is Jack Welch? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's General Electric. This dude has a fetish talking about fucking General Electric every time this dude talks about. Yeah, this is your business model for the worst. It's always General Electric. That's the go-to. And it's like, dude, what do you want them to do? Just make the same thing, make less money, than just go out of business? Like Mr. Business Degree, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, if you're not doing something right and it's not selling and you're being outclassed, just keep doing it. Yeah, that's gonna like mean a lot. Yeah, you're gonna stay in business with that mentality.
Good leader. I think that he basically kind of transformed his company from what it was supposed to be into something else entirely.
Okay, I kind of want to like research this. But I'm guessing it's fucking General Electric. Hopefully I can spell his name. Jack Welch. Let's see. General Electric! Wow, shockity shock! This dude loves talking about fucking General Electric. Dude, find something else to talk about.
General Electric! This guy,
listen, General Electric, I'm gonna say it because I think they made cars as well at some point or whatever, and they suck ass. I mean, I think they still make cars? I don't fucking know. Who cares? Who cares about fucking General Electric? This dude is like obsessed about talking about General Electric. This dude might as well complain when Apple dropped the computers part of the company and started making phones.
I can't believe Steve Jobs decided to make phones. What an idiot. He changed his business model.
Like, fucking shut up. I don't know why that like pissed me off, but it's so tiring hearing the same fucking example.
Anyway, most of you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Move on.
For me,
and like,
I used to like Gears of War a lot.
I love he's telling his dumb fuck fans. I don't think you know what I'm talking about. I mean, maybe they don't, but a lot of people who fucking watch this dumb dude's fucking content knows he's talking about General Electric. Like. And I don't understand, like, I guess what makes that, what kind of got under my skin about this was, for decades, this dude specifically said, yeah, General Electric. He brought up the CEO's name for the first time in years, from what I remember, and I still knew he was talking about General Electric. That's how much this dude has dug his heels into, like, the stuff he's obsessed with talking about. Like, oh my god, man, like...
And it's like, you get to know what I'm talking
Gears of War 2 and 3 were awesome playthroughs that I did back in the day as a YouTuber.
And then, as I said, this dude changed his own business model multiple times! And this dude is shaming other people for changing their business models. So everyone else cannot do anything else except for what they set out to do initially. But DSP can go from, I am in a recording booth, I am isolated from everyone, I'm doing videos, to, I can now stream. Okay, now I can accept contributions. Now I can, like, fucking suck your dick on stream. Like, that's what this is.
I played the multiplayer of those games
Changing
quite
his
a bit.
fucking business.
Then sadly they sold the franchise to the Coalition or whatever is the one that makes it now. And the last 2 Gears of War games are like, what? You know, they're not great. They're okay. They're not bad games by any means, but they're not great. They're not as good as they used to be. So to see a return to form
I think
and have
5 was
Gears
pretty
come
bad.
back and to actually be able to
4 I
play
can
this
kind
fun
of stomach,
multiplayer of
but 5
Gears
was
again is
bad.
going to be pretty cool, I think. Like, I'm actually excited for that. And I want to give it a go this week, and hopefully it runs well. Unlike this other remaster, hopefully Gears will run well. We'll have a good time with it. You know, I don't know right now if I'm going to do the story or if we're just going to do the multiplayer, but I want to get my hands on it and have fun with it. I think it's going to be some good content for the channel.
Do the story?
People have been asking for different kind of multiplayer and stuff.
He wants to do the multiplayer because he wants to join the tryhard movement of like, oh, look at me, I'm playing the multiplayer. Whoa, boom. All this other stuff. This dude, if they ever do a new Unreal Tournament, this dude is gonna fucking jerk himself off about it. Oh, I love Unreal Tournament, guys. I played it a lot back in the day. I was so good. I loved Unreal Tournament, man. Because this dude loves to, like, really prove his gamer card. Gamer cred, dude. Look at me, I'm a gamer. Like, that's literally him. Yeah, I'm a gamer.
So
I
there you
love
go.
Gears of War Online, man.
So
So,
that's coming up on Tuesday. All right. So I was just want to think of that. We got GTA 4 concluding and then starting the new DLC of Ballad of Gay Tony. Suikoden 2. Gears of War. Truck Sim.
Yeah, but Gears of War is a multiplayer
Minecraft,
game. Like,
finishing Donkey
really
Kong
need that
Bonanza,
much whatever.
CVS 2,
Okay.
and a Mega Man Marathon on Friday. We've already got an insanely overloaded plate. It's like you go to the buffet, and you already
But
have
this
like
isn't the
3
same.
stacks of
And
food
also,
on your.
remember when before he would do like chill streams, then like the hardcore gaming season would come around, he'd be like, well,
we're gonna like forego the chill streams for the hardcore gaming season.
and now we cannot afford to not have Minecraft and Truck Sim, even though he cried about Minecraft not making a lot of money every week. And now that's gonna keep getting wheeled out, probably. Pretty cool, huh? And then we're talking about sandwiches.
On your plate, but then you walk up to something that could be good or not, and you're not sure. Do you
But-
then take a scoop of that
But I
and put
thought
that
you were
on
a
top as
variety
well?
streamer.
Or do you
remember
just focus on the
remember
stuff
when this
that
dude bragged about being a variety streamer and, oh, I'm playing different games every day, but now we can't afford to play a new game because we gotta play the same game we've seen last week. Like, we're playing the same game every week. Like, where's the variety, Phil?
that you have here that you know
Gears
is
of
going to be
War,
good?
that's the variety.
I don't know. So we have to figure this out this week. Do I play Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater remake or whatever it's called, or do we skip it? Either way, I see pros and cons. Like, if I
Like
play
everything in life.
obviously it's going to bring some butts to
Oh my
seats. People
God.
have really, really latched on to my Metal Gear Solid playthroughs of yesteryear. It's also been a ridiculously long.
I also love that we're just ignoring that there's a master collection on Steam. He could just buy that. Like, they fixed all the problems, at least from what I heard. That was there. Like, it's in a better state than it was when it launched. So you can literally play the master collection and have the same enjoyment, basically. So he could just play that. But he won't, because he's scared. He's scared, man. And then he
Long
wants
time.
to download mods, like...
I haven't touched Metal Gear in so long.
I'm sorry. Like, I've bitched about this before, but his mod shit is, like, boring as fuck. Oh, I downloaded a mod that makes things pretty. These are, like, boring, lame brain mods. He doesn't do any fun mods. Like, the Dark Souls mod, I don't even remember what he installed. It was probably like, oh, it makes frame rates fun, or whatever. I don't know. Like, it wasn't memorable. Like, he kept typing up a fucking enemy randomizer, and he never did it. He never did the enemy randomizer. But this dude is like, yeah, I want to do mods. And it's, like, not fun mods. Like, you think he's gonna have, like, Thomas the Tank Engine in Resident Evil 2 as Mr. X? Fuck no. He's not doing that mod. That's a little too much fun. We can't have that on DSP Gaming. No.
Oh, right. When was the last time I played Metal Gear? I don't even remember. Was it Metal Gear Solid 2 that I
we can't mod Street Fighter to have cool costumes because I guarantee he's gonna say, oh, they're gonna ban me if I do that. He'd be scared to do it. But okay, whatever.
replayed, if I remember correctly, years ago? I don't know. I really don't recall. So to jump back into the franchise after being away for so long, and to have such a insanely obsessed cult-like group of fans of the franchise who for some reason don't like the way I play them, even
Oh
though
my
I don't even
god! Like, okay, this is the other part that made me want to do the video.
to have such a insanely obsessed cult-like group of fans of the franchise who for some reason don't like the way I play them, even though
It's not that they didn't like how he played them. It's just this dude was doing dumb shit. How do I use a ration? What's SP? What does that do? Even though the fucking game tells you, like you have to like lead him by the hand to explain why people made fun of him for playing these games. Like it, like I don't think if he did everything else correct. Let's say he knew how to read and he knew how to use the ration and all this stuff, but he would just kept getting alerted. I don't think people would care that much, and they'd be like, "Oh, this guy gets alerted too much," or whatever. Like it would be whatever at that point. But this dude was like, "Oh, I'm fighting the sniper. Where's my shotgun?" And it's like, "What? You're fighting a sniper, dude? You're gonna get your shotgun? Like, what do you know to use the thermal goggles to like follow footprints? No." He wanted to get his shotgun. Like, he doesn't think that's a little bit weird. And I think he wanted to use the RPG during the boss fight. I want to say, but maybe I'm wrong. I know I did, but that was like for the lulz. I didn't do it for any meaningful thing other than this would be funny if I used it. Because this is like my 10th playthrough of MGS3, which is why I did it. But this dude was like doing shit that was like just dumb. That's all it is. And the only thing that they brought up about him making fun of Kojima was just that it was just annoying to sit through a dude's like, oh, Kojima's a cocksucker! Fuck Kojima! When it's just like, dude, you could just... But he would say that only when something wouldn't go his way. That's like the thing. He wasn't shitting on Kojima for like anything else that like is a little nuanced because he's not that kind of guy.
I don't even know how I'll play it. I don't remember. I don't remember the games that well. You know what I mean?
What?
Cult-like group of fans of the franchise who for some reason don't like the way I play them, even though I don't even know how I'll play it. I don't remember.
I love he says, I have people follow me that I don't know how, that they didn't like how I played, but I don't remember how to play it, as if it's like current, but they don't like how you played in the past, so you had to learn, like, oh my god, man.
I don't remember the games that well. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I know that it would bring attention, and basically I'd get a lot of views for it, at least initially. I think like
But
the
that-
first stream or two.
This is kind of dumb, though. You can say this about any fucking game ever that he played. Which happens all the time. He said this happens to every playthrough. And he's saying as if this is a new thing that would happen only to this playthrough. Like, okay, man.
A lot of people would show up, and then like most games after that, it will probably just die down and people just won't care about the rest of the playthrough. But probably the first couple streams would be pretty hype.
And then just
But
being a
here's the
short
thing: if the game
like, you can
actually is
beat it.
crap, like if it runs like crap, if it really is a cash grab, do we really want to give Konami the attention?
Hey, dumb fuck, you gave them attention by playing Silent Hill 2 remake, Silent Hill F, hyping up the Silent Hill 1 remake. You're giving them attention by playing these games. You realize it's the same company, right? Like, again, this dude, every time he talks about this, he acts as if Konami doesn't have any involvement with Silent Hill. When they did. They own all these games, dude. Like, this dude is like, oh, I can't wait to play Silent Hill F. I can't wait to play... Like, he wants a new Castlevania game. But that's a Konami game. He's gonna probably play the new Suikoden. And that is, guess what, a Konami game.
Do they deserve it? I mean, I'll be honest, not that I'm the hugest fan of Kojima, but I do think
And this is dumb. This is just pandering. He just panders to people. And it's like, it's nothing meaningful. This dude was hyping up this remake for years. Oh, I can't wait to play it, man. And new thing, wow, man, blah, blah, blah. Like, he was like, gung-ho to play it. And now suddenly it's like, I don't know about Kojima, guys. It's so obvious bullshit. It's so obvious he just would much rather play games that he wants to get off the conveyor belts, and it not running well is the reason why he wants to drop it. It has nothing to do with Konami and Kojima's relationship, like, at all. He wants to act as if it is so people don't say, she's still doing it because of blah blah blah. But, like, dude, nobody's gonna give a fuck about that. But they only care because this dude made such a big deal about it, and then he's still gonna play. Like, this dude was like, yeah, man, Konami, fuck Kojima, but I'm gonna play Delta. Like, okay, man. And now he just so happens to decide, I don't want to play it, man. And the only real reason is just he's already playing enough games, and he doesn't want to add another one to the list. And then the performance is like reason number 2. Like, reason number 1, too many games. Reason number 2, performance. And Kojima is maybe reason 3 if he thinks about it. If he feels like it.
That they messed with, Konami really mistreated him. Even though, I mean, the thing with Kojima is, I think we can agree that he's insanely creative, and all the games that he puts out are insanely unique to the point where they become cultural. Konami really mistreated him. Even
I like, man, I love, it's just, there's just something, the way he says, Konami mistreated him, like, as if, like, we didn't know that, and he's, like, patronizing us about this. Like, yeah, we know what happened. Like, I mean, I do, like, you know, I feel like every blue moon, there's always discourse about this, and there's always those, well, actually, Kojima also did some fucked up shit. Yeah, but, like, you know, the company, Konami, is a multi-billion-dollar company or whatever. They make a lot of money. Like, it doesn't matter if it was, like, it doesn't matter what kind of person Kojima was. It's just the fact that they mistreated someone. Like, no company should, like, mistreat employees. I know, crazy take, right? But, like, you know, that's what people were mostly, like, upset about. Like, I'm sure Kojima has done, like, he went over budget and this, I mean, but, like, this is stuff that just happens and all that. Like, and he lost his job. Like, I think him being fired isn't necessarily the straw. It's just that they put him in a room and all of a sudden. Now, of course, there's always someone who says, "Is that even true? Where's the proof, dude?" Like, you know, how can you prove, and how much proof do you need to prove or disprove something, right? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, like, it's not even just Kojima's word that happened. It's like multiple people and people who worked within Konami. So it's like, you know, whatever. Think what you will. Think what you want. But at the end of the day, like, just both parties are like at fault at the split itself and why a game may not be finished. Like, it is what it is.
Even though, I mean, the thing with Kojima is, I think we can agree that he's insanely creative, and all the games that he puts out are insanely unique to the point where they become cultural relevant things, you know? Like, you could say, what are the greats of gaming? And he's definitely up there in that discussion as some of the best game developers of all time.
Right. Yeah.
But
he's the best of all time. He's a GOAT.
He's kind of weird. In that discussion as some of the best game developers of all time.
Yeah.
But
then he laughs. The greatest of all time. Okay.
He's kind of weird.
Why does that matter? Why is that relevant? Like, I love it. Like, he's great, but he's weird. DSP, dude. There's a video of him opening a can, and, like, sure, he wanted to, like, protect it from, like, exploding on his mic, on everything around him. But he opens the can next to, like, his mic, which, again, if that's such a concern, maybe you don't do that. And then he's, like, doing this. Like, he's doing this weird maneuver with his hands. And he's like, yeah, Kojima's weird, man. Like, there's a lot of weird people, DSP, and you're weird too. Like,
and, you know, basically, the rumor is, because we still don't know the truth, no one's actually really spoken about it, likely because of non-disclosure agreements and the like. But the rumor was that with Metal Gear Solid 5, Kojima was going crazy. Like, he actually wanted to do such
Crazy.
insane things with the game.
No, no, he didn't want to do anything crazy with the game. It was literally like he built an entire engine from scratch. So like that's not cheap. I'm assuming building an engine is not a cheap thing to do in programming. I'm just gonna assume that. Secondly, he hired Kiefer Sutherland, a Hollywood actor. I mean, you really need to like understand the difference. He opened another studio in LA. Like these are three things that happened during the development of MGS5, and they all don't sound like they're cheap to make. And to make a game on top of that. Like, of course he's probably gonna go over budget. Like that's not really crazy. The third chapter that's not in the game was just like this is stuff that could have been in the game. It's just that they needed the game to be released, and he was gonna lose his job. So there you have it. That's why MGS5 is the way that it is.
That he was over exceeding the budget and the development time that was laid out for the game, and Konami kind of put their foot down and was like, listen, we don't care what
I
your
don't know about the development time
vision is
thing,
for this
that's-
game at this point. You need to finish it. You're already spending way too much, taking too long.
I think the
And he was
budget
like, well,
is
no,
kind
I'm
of
a
the big
creative
concern.
genius, and you're not going to do that to me. I'm going to do your vision is for this game at this point. You need to finish it. You're already spending way too much, taking too long. And he was like, well, no, I'm a creative genius, and you're
I'm a creative genius. I'm sure Kojima said this. Like this shows like people can say whatever about Kojima. Like there's a lot of people that think that he's like he sniffs his own farts and all this other stuff. Whatever. But like, you know, I don't think he's like that informal with people who pay who are paying him, right? Come on.
and you're not going to do that to me. I'm going to do what I want. And they said,
What?
then you're fired. And then they just had people rush and finish the game. And what was released of Metal Gear Solid 5 was legitimately an unfinished game. Like, the game doesn't even make sense. When
Like I just love that he starts off like he was mistreated. Okay, so like he probably was like telling Konami to suck his dick and like he was going crazy. So like okay, so how was that true and how was him being mishandled true? Like I mean the only way that would be true is if is just he went over budget and then like I mean there are things in Japanese culture where like they kind of like move people to like undesirable offices or whatever the fuck to get them to quit. And there's other things that they do as well. Like it's a whole thing in Japan. But it's a loaded thing. I mean, come on, dude.
you play it, there's a chunk missing. Like, what just happened?
Just the third chapter.
The game is over. Where's the rest of the game? Oh, there is none. Oh. So,
No, you
you
gotta
know,
do the nuclear
that's why they had the
disarmament.
falling out with
Then
him.
you'll get it,
Do I think that
guys.
they should have shit canned him like that? No, I don't. I think they should definitely understood what they had, because now take a look what's happened to Konami since. They don't do anything.
Yeah, Konami doesn't do anything except for re-releasing the Master Collection, re-releasing Suikoden, making a new Suikoden, releasing Silent Hill 2 remake, releasing Silent Hill F, financing Silent Hill 1 remake. Yeah, they're doing nothing. They're doing nothing right now. Metal Gear Delta is the only game they have. Again, like every time he talks about this, he acts as if like he forgot he thinks that Konami has nothing else. Like, come on.
Right? They barely make games. They really don't have anything to make money on, because they took their one guy who was their creative genius. And by the way, he was working on other games. He was working on PT and other stuff that was going to print them money.
PT wasn't a game. It was a teaser for Silent Hills. See, that part was also weird. Like, he again is acting as if Konami doesn't own Silent Hill. They do. And he's like, yeah, man, like, he was working on PT. PT was Silent Hills. Remember that dingus?
I mean, it was just a really boneheaded move what they did, the way that they treated it like that.
get
I
it,
almost feel
Chief?
like Kojima must have, like, in like a meeting or something, like mouthed off and was like, listen, I'm the
Oh.
only thing your company.
Now Kojima mouthed off. Again, we started this with he was mistreated to now he mouthed off. Like, I love that in the scope of things, it went from reasonable to insane. Because again, it's reasonable to assume that Kojima went over budget and Konami was like, No, don't do that. You're fired. And then they went overboard and like all that other shit. And blah blah blah. Like that's reasonable. But it went way too crazy in this story. That's like, what reality does he live in?
Company's got going for you. So you better just give me what I want, or else I'm I don't want to be here. And then they probably said, well, fuck you. You think you're so conceited? And they probably fired him, right?
I just love that, like, when Kojima, like, was fired, Konami said what DSP said about Kojima. They're like, you're weird, you're out of here, Buster. We don't care for art here. You're too conceited.
But the sad fact is, if he did say that, he was right. He's legitimately right. Like,
the sad fact is, if he said that, he'd be right. But Phil, you're excited for Silent Hill 2 remake. It's a Hill 1 remake. You love those games. Guess who financed those games?
they're not doing anything anymore. So that's what I mean. Like,
nothing. Like, again, he's acting as if, like, if he's talking exclusively about the Metal Gear franchise, like Konami's not doing anything with the Metal Gear franchise, like, okay. But now they are doing, like, but when they announced that they're doing Delta was the same year that they announced that they were going to come back to making games. So, like, all this stuff happened at the same time. But this dude is so dented and twisted.
basically, to play this game, this cash grab, Kojima's already said, I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to talk about it. I want nothing to, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah. Kojima went on was going through a panic attack about this. All he said was, I'm not playing it. Like, this is like what people did the meme when Kojima just tweeted, I watched Captain Marvel. They was like, oh man, he must really hate that movie. But in DSP later, he was like, oh, he said he watched it. He said, actually, guys, Kojima tweeted out saying Captain Marvel is stupid and a piece of shit, and Disney should lose their jobs and everyone should be homeless. That's what Kojima said when all he said was, I watched Captain Marvel. Like, all he said was he doesn't want to play Delta. He's not playing Delta. And he's like, yeah, he doesn't want to talk about it. And it's like, no, he just said he's not playing it. Like, that's all it is. Like, I don't think Kojima even cares. I don't think he gives a fuck if people play this game or not. Like, he doesn't care. Unlike DSP, Kojima probably moved on with his life and is making other games. Like, because at some point, when he's 60-something years old, he's like, life is too short to fucking cry about spilled milk or whatever the fuck.
It. They're taking my work without any involvement by me and making more money.
Taking my work. Dude, do you think Kojima doesn't understand that Konami owns his IP? Like, he's acting as if Konami, like, snuck in and, like, stole the, like, he's acting as if Konami committed, like, copyright abuse or whatever the fuck. Like, the shit that happened with Elvis, right? Like, I think Elvis, like, a lot of people were saying, like, he was abused by his manager, basically. Like, manager gave him shit deals because the manager was making a lot of money and didn't give a fuck about Elvis or whatever the fuck. Like, that kind of shit. DSP is acting as if Konami did that to Kojima. When, no, they probably didn't do that because they allowed him to make these games. It's just, like everything, you go a bridge too far and there you have it, dude. But this dude is like, yeah, man, they stole his IP. No, they owned it. They owned it from the start. Like, and again, if we're gonna even be fair, historically, Konami has done this before. Metal Gear 1 on the NES was ported for America without Kojima's, like, knowledge. And then they did Snake's Revenge, which was another game that had no involvement with Kojima. So it's not that this is a new thing for Konami to do, because they own the games. Kojima was an employee, so he had the wiggle room to be like, okay, you know what, if you're gonna do this, I'll make it. Whatever. But Konami had every right to do whatever the fuck they want with his IP. Like, anyone understood this. That's like when people are discussing about not supporting Delta, it was not in the guys, they have no right to do this. It's, they have the right to do this, but fuck them. Like, that's kind of what it is.
He's just pissed, and rightly so. He should be pissed for the way that it's all transpired.
But how
so the truth is,
okay,
if you
listen to this. You gotta hear it again.
They're taking my work without any involvement by me and making more money, and he's just
but he's not with the company anymore. You don't have to ask for permission because Konami owns the game.
Pissed, you know, and rightly so. He should be
And
pissed.
how is he pissed? He just said he doesn't want to play it. He didn't say fuck Konami. Like, dude, you notice that Kojima has not fucking cried about Konami since he left? I wonder why.
For the way that it's all transpired. So
Oh,
the truth
but is, he signed an NDA, so like Kojima can't do it. But he would if he could. I don't think he would if he could. Not everyone is a petty bitch like Phil.
if you like Kojima, if you're one of his fans, do you support Metal Gear Solid Delta, or because you like the
I love this as well. This is coming from the dude who cries about cheap mentality all the time, right? So let's say that he was gonna buy the game day one. Let's say there was no performance issues. Like it ran at 120 frames. It was the perfect remake, and everyone loved it. Everyone's doing backflips over it. But people are gonna stand their ground and decide, I'm not supporting this. Fuck Konami. But Kojima buys the game. Not Kojima, oh my god. DSP buys the game, plays it day one. You know what he's gonna do?
Everyone's a fucking cheat. Oh, so you're not gonna play the remake because Kojima isn't involved? Well, I hate to break it to you. What about the people who worked on it, man?
This dude has said these similar things about all their properties. How dare you not support it because the main guy isn't there? Blah blah blah. But since there's a safe enough bandwagon to not play the game, he's gonna jump in and leech off of their clout. That's what this is. Like, dude, at this point, who gives a fuck? Like, I kind of feel at this point, we've come to the point with this, is if you want to play it, who cares? Like, it's your money at the end of the day. Konami, I think, was going to do whatever they want with this franchise regardless. Even if Delta doesn't sell enough, they'll just do another remake. Why wouldn't they? Or they'll make a new game and think, oh, well, you know, whatever, we'll try rebooting it, or whatever. Like, they're not gonna just say, oh, well, that it is what it is. I mean, obviously they're gonna keep doing new stuff with this franchise, why not, right? But, like, this dude would bitch and moan about people being a sheep mentality on hating something and they didn't want to give it a chance.
They don't want to see what these other people had in store for their game. They didn't want to give it a chance.
But since everyone doesn't seem to care, it's okay to use the moral panic route for this one. Okay, man.
like the game so much and you want to play it again? Or do you say, nah, fuck this, I'm skipping it because it's disrespectful to Kojima-san? Right? Like, I don't know.
I love that we have not said Kojima-san at all up until this part where he wants to, like, virtue signal about Kojima. Kojima-san.
Because I swear people are big fans of Kojima, but now they're like all hyped for this game. I'm like, how could you? Isn't that kind of like contradictory? Isn't that kind of like hypocritical?
DSP, you do the same shit. The same thing. He shits on so many things and ends up buying them. He complains about these fucking collections and then buys the collections anyway. He complained about Twitch. He went back to Twitch anyway. I'm telling you, if he could get his partnership back on Twitch and then like something happens to YouTube or Kick, he's going back to Twitch that day.
Because he outright doesn't want anything to do with it, but now you're all hyped for it. It's bizarre. How could you?
But again, and then, you know, I swear this dude also bitched and moaned about people like sucking Kojima's dick. Oh, these people, they suck Kojima's dick so much, man. They love him so much. And then when they like may have their own thought of like, you know what, I want to play this remake. He's like, so they like Kojima and then
they want to play the remake?
I mean, you think like, what if they don't? What if like, again, he's acting as if like, if you buy Delta, Kojima's gonna like disown them. Like, who? Like, you think Kojima's gonna care? You know, you think he's gonna care? You think Kojima's gonna like tweet out, if you play this game, I hate you for life? No.
Isn't that kind of like contradictory? Isn't that kind of like hypocritical? Because
maybe they want to give it a chance. Do you ever think about that? Like, again, I love that this dude, if it was just the other way around, he would say these people need to give the game a chance. Why are they not giving it a chance? Because Kojima's not there? Well, guys, there's other people who worked on the games, okay? Why are you gonna, like, just do a groupthink move and not play the game? Try it out, man. But since, like, that's not happening, oh, why are they giving it a chance? It's dumb. I mean, not everyone cares. Not everyone gives a fuck about what happened between Konami and Kojima. Like, come on. If people cared about these things in a very meaningful way, I kind of don't think the Silent Hill 2 remake would have done well, because people could have argued it's not what Team Silent would have made. They made it over the shoulder, blah blah blah. But yet people still enjoyed the game, regardless, right? Okay.
Because he outright doesn't want anything to do with it, but now you're all hyped for it. It's bizarre. So I think what we need to do over the course of this week is talk about, am I playing this on Thursday? It actually comes out on Thursday, okay? And I'm okay with playing it. If you guys want it, if
So
this
now
is what
it's okay with playing it after telling everyone, how can you support Kojima and play this game? Oh, because he's a streamer, and also he told us that he's not a huge Kojima fan. Oh,
Well,
yes.
I'm okay with getting the game and playing it. But understand what that's going to do is make it that we're juggling a ton of stuff. We'll be juggling a ridiculous amount of playthroughs for the first 2 to 3 weeks of September. The good news is there's like nothing else going on until the end of September. So we do have a lot of time to play the games we're playing, but we're going to be juggling a lot. It's going to be like some games I don't even play twice a week because we're going to be juggling so many games.
You know, this dude gets eventually talked into about, like, considering playing the game on PC with mods and all this other stuff. Guess how he's going to do that? Buy the Master Collection. Guess who owns the Master Collection? Konami. Why are you supporting Konami, Philip?
Okay? So, and by the way, I believe today actually is Hideo Kojima's birthday, so happy birthday to Kojima. I think it is. 62 years old? Jeez.
Kojima.
He doesn't look it. He doesn't look 62 at all, does he? He looks young, honestly. Shocking to hear that he's kept himself so well that he looks pretty darn young, in my opinion. Like, I wouldn't even know that he was in his 60s unless you just told me in chat. So.
Okay, wow, man.
All right, so
cool.
let's figure this out.
Look at videos of him, like, look at him in the Mega 64 Metal Gear Solid 4 video, and then go to a recent photo of Kojima. They look exactly the same. Prove me wrong. I mean, I know what he means. Like, he does look good for his age. But that's what happens when you eat healthy, right? And you go outside in the sun and you have a life.
Yeah, he does. I swear, I agree with that. He does look younger than me. Kojima looks younger than me.
This is weird.
I'll agree with that. I
agree with that. Yeah, he looks younger than me. Yeah, man. He says about almost everyone. Like, okay, cool.
Does it? Again, you know, the stereotype that Asians just don't age or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
why are we bringing up that stereotype then? Okay,
that's Thursday, and we got to figure out between now and Thursday, are we doing this or not? I'm okay with it, but if you want me to skip it as well, I'll skip it. Like,
I have a hot take. I want him to play it. I think he should play it. It should be a duty that he does for his viewers. Show us the game, Phil. Play the game so we can see how bad it is or good it is. Maybe it's actually good, but the thing is, the thing I kind of wish. This is a bummer about Digital Foundry and these fucking people. If we just didn't know about the performance dips, I think you would have been hyped for it. I wish that never happened. Like, because DSP's a fucking sheep. I wish it never happened. Because part of me was kind of hyped to see him play this game, because I kind of think it's funny to see DSP argue in a corner sometimes a little bit, when he doesn't really need to. Like, I don't think in the grand scheme of things, I don't think people are going to care that people are playing Delta in the grand scheme of things. But this dude would be playing it like, yeah, it's kind of fun. It's not as good as the original. Not as good as the original. I love Kojima. But this is pretty good. I love Kojima. It's kind of fun for a remake. It's kind of cool. It's pretty fun. I love Snake Eater. Like, It would just be that. Like I kind of would have loved to see that because now what's gonna happen? And I don't care either way at this point. Is he's gonna play it? And he's like,
This is not good. I think the original was better. Konami fucked up. Look at, oh yeah, Konami dropped the bomb. Yeah.
it's gonna be that kind of bullshit commentary.
At first, I was gung ho, I'll do it, but now that everyone's saying that this version isn't very good, like they actually really
But also remember, guys, don't listen to the early reviewers. These people who got early, they're special snowflakes. Don't listen to them. They are pushing agendas. Phil, wait a second, guys. Agenda alarm. Philip, what if these people who are saying it doesn't run very well are pushing an agenda? What if they're all Kojima loyalists and they're... Oh my god, it sounds so fucking stupid. What if they're Kojima loyalists and they're trying to sabotage Konami and say that the game runs like shit? What if, Philip, what if these people are trying to push an agenda that Delta is bad? Shouldn't you at least experience the game? Shouldn't you experience it? Because what if these people are just saying this because they want people to not support Konami? What if this is a agenda fueled by hate? Phil, come on! You're gonna be pushed around by agendas? I thought you hate agendas! Guys, he's falling for the anti-Delta agenda. He's falling for it.
did botch it, and it seems like it's a cash grab, then maybe we should skip it. Maybe there'll be a better version. Is there a version of Metal Gear Solid, like these games on PC, that
they're gonna remake the remake.
Can mod and stuff that would run better?
You could probably mod this game too, I'd assume. Like, why does he just mod Delta? Why does he want to mod it? He modded, Mafia, I think, or whatever the fuck. Why not mod Delta? There's gonna be probably mods for that game. And then I love like, is there a way to play the originals and mod? I'm just gonna say, like, in my opinion, I don't think you need a mod the Master Collection. Again, like, they patched, usually, I think the only mod that people download are, like, you know, smaller things that, like, you know, whatever. Because I think that they did a major patch, like, last year, early this year, whatever, that kind of fixed a lot of the issues. Why not just play that? Or you can mod it, whatever, but that's all it's gonna be. Not gonna be any fun mods.
I don't know. I'm not, I'm new to the modding community. I'm a year as a PC gamer now. It is officially a year for the record. It was August of last year that I got my gaming PC here. So a year as a PC gamer, man, what a ride it's been. It's great to play everything on there. Like, seriously. But I'm still kind of new.
Yeah, remember when this dude was saying,
oh my god, PC is so bad. Console is the future.
Again, this dude, like, misuses and lacks understanding of the term sour grapes. And yet this dude does nothing but sour grapes all the time. It's so funny. It's like a Tobias thing. Like, that, it would be a gag in Arrested Development. Like, that's what sour grapes is to this.
I'm new to it. I'm still a newbie. I don't know what's available and what's not and what's feasible to play.
Okay, I gotta ask. I mean, obviously I'm not a PC gamer. Maybe I'm wrong here, but how hard is it to find mods? I assume he could go to Nexus or whatever the fuck and search Metal Gear Solid 3, and then it would turn up like, oh, here's the mods, here are the user reviews, here's that. Like, I assume it's something like that. And then you download it, install it, whatever. And this dude's like, I don't know, man, how do you do this? Like, he can't piece things together after installing these other mods. This dude is such a fucking drone. You could, like, it's literally, you can, lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's literally DSP. You'll do all the work, but you'll not retain what you tell him. He's a little fucking baby.
Play on there. You know, if there's like a modded version of Metal Gear, that'd be amazing. I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about it over the week. Let's figure that out.
No,
okay?
you gotta play on Fightcade.
Now,
that's how you use it. You gotta go to Fightcade.
I would like to tell you about an update here in regards to.
Oh my god! He's like,
I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna skip ahead.
Oh my god! I don't even want to know what he did.
saying that now there's a Resident Evil 9 Requiem gameplay trailer that has both third-person and first-person
Oh my God.
gameplay. Okay, I didn't. Please tag me if you want to talk to
I
me.
want to find the part where he talks about
someone
like being
kicked just-
jealous.
How could I?
Oh my God. Okay, whatever. I guess you could do the Cobra stuff. Now, I've not watched much of Cobra. I've said what I said about it. All I know is like what he looks like, and the only time the only thing I thought was funny was like Tevin was doing a restream, and they put like King Cobra like as an overlay, like a transparent like overlay or whatever. So it looked really funny on his streams, and I kind of like. I almost kind of want to do something similar to that, but I don't want to do it. But I just thought that was really funny. Like it was just like I don't know. It was something else. And then like all that. I don't know much about King Cobra other than like DSP was like really weird about him being goth, and like he had a collar on, and DSP was like, "Oh my God, is it weird?" And then like he did weed stuff, and DSP was also being weird about that, and he got very uncomfortable about watching the dude like make his little concoctions or whatever the fuck.
This is unfortunate. This is someone who I don't really have any association with, never spoken with or anything.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I gotta talk about these fucking notifications. Obviously, the big pig in the room. The fucking kick sound effects, garbage tier. Like, this is just terrible, and the reason why he does it is bad. But the one I'm starting to hate the most is the fucking Chun-Li notification. I don't know. I like it's just here spinning bird kick. It's like, oh my God, fucking fuck off. Like it is just so like I don't know why. Like the Sonic one is like the only thing about Sonic is like it's way too loud, I think, and it's just like I hear dun 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 dun. I never knew that the fucking that Sonic theme had that dun 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 in it until his fucking sound effects. But then like the Chun-Li one, it's just like I don't know. I think it's that I don't like the voice. Like I don't know if I would have a different opinion if it was the Street Fighter 6 Chun-Li saying spinning bird kick or Street Fighter 5 or whatever the fuck. I don't like that it's all like boomer fucking sprites. That's just lame. I don't know. Like my notifications when they worked, like I had one from Penny and Stocking, which was like it had the song Fly Away. I don't remember if it was like the transformation scene I used or what, but whatever. I had Fly Away, great song. I kind of want to redo my animations though. I want to put like other stuff. I want the Guilty Gear references in there, man.
Apparently, it is confirmed.
Yeah, you know what? I should do like an animation of Baiken saying Yozonsen, and it should go between the English dub and the Japanese. So that way you get surprised. They're like, "What are you gonna hear?" Or you can hear her say "Denamigation."
Confirmed that King Cobra, I think JFS, an internet content creator, has passed away, and apparently he was very young. He was only in his early 30s. I think 34.
I love that he was very young, dude. You looked at how he looked. You thought he looked old? I would be surprised if he was fucking 50. If he looked like that, I'd be like, what the fuck? I mean, he looks the way he looks, but you could tell he was like, 20s, 30s. Come on.
Or someone said, that's sad. That is very sad to hear.
Sad.
I watched him do some very weird things during my React show, eat snail sandwiches and drink crazy stuff. So the guy certainly had balls and did a lot of weird things on stream.
And
it's sad to hear that someone that young has passed away. So sad to hear. Rest in peace, the King Cobra.
Right.
But that's really all I can say because I've only seen very few videos from the guy. I never watched him.
You see how he's like panicking about like, oh, see, I always saw a few things. Is because he didn't watch enough to like find a way to like transition it into about himself. Like he does that with everyone because he thinks that when he talks about something, he has to compare it to his own life. I don't know why. I've never had a conversation where someone felt the desire to like make it about themselves somehow. Like it's just weird. Like you would get looked at, and you'd be like, "Huh?"
I never had any, ever spoke with him or anything like that. So, but that is really sad to hear that he passed away that young. Red Eyes Black Dragon, thanks for $2, but don't say horrible things like that. Seriously. No one should ever, ever say something horrible like that. Like, oh, it should have been someone else. It should have been. No one, literally no one should be dying that young, and it shouldn't have been.
This dude literally told people that, like, they're a waste of life, and he found, like, creative ways. I mean, that's kind of glazing him. He found other piggy ways to say, like, the LTG meme.
Someone else in place. It's just messed up. It's a messed up situation all around. We should have been at 45. I don't know why I put 40 on the leaderboard. We should have been at 45.
All right.
And this guy passed away so young. Does this make you want to make changes to the way you stream? I don't know how he streamed. I never watched him. I'll tell you this. I'm not going to eat snail sandwiches.
Okay.
Definitely not.
What about the drinking?
And for me, I have made big changes in my life.
I feel like the drinking aspect is a little different because didn't like King Cooper put other shit in his alcohol? Like it wasn't just alcohol he was drinking; he put other fucking shit in there. Like I don't think the alcohol is what did him. I just think it was just straight up his lifestyle. I don't think DSP has a similar lifestyle. I don't think. I hope he doesn't. Because then that'd be two people living like that, which would be scary.
Life to become healthy. You guys have seen my transformation, how I've lost a lot of weight in the last couple of years. You know,
Right.
fast foodish. I'm eating once a week for DSP tries at top.
What?
Become healthy. You guys have seen my transformation, how I've lost a lot of weight in the last couple of years. You know, fast foodish. I'm eating once a week for DSP.
Fast foodish. Dude, this dude, I don't know when or how. He just started saying fast foodie, and now he's saying fast foodish. Why does he add these things to fast food? Just say fast food. Fast foodie. Like, what?
DSP tries at tops. I'm eating healthy every other day that I'm eating.
I love
you know,
he eats it once a week tops. But if he runs the risk of maybe 1 week he's not gonna do it, he loses his mind. I don't understand like about that, but whatever. Okay.
Really have done a lot of more positive things. So
Right.
that's the most I can do. I don't think that I really stream in an unhealthy manner. So
You stream 6 times a day, dude. What about that? I mean, of course he doesn't do anything crazy. Like it's not like, oh, I'm gonna eat glass. But like, I mean, whatever. Alright, we're just gonna stare at chat.
slowly get worse till he just die. I don't know. I don't follow the guy. I don't follow pro.
Alright.
Someone just said a snail sandwich is probably healthier for you than Mickey D's. You're probably right.
Well, I mean, okay, the snail sandwich, it is a caveat to that because escargot is literally, well, no, yeah, those are snails. I don't know why I was about to say slugs. I don't think people eat slugs. So but snails, well, I guess whatever. You know what I mean. Escargot is a food.
That actually is probably a correct.
But I think you have to cook it. I mean, was King Cobra eating them raw? I don't think you should eat
Someone took $2 says, did you see an incident with Rampage Jackson's son physically assaulting an indie wrestler?
Sushi is the only exception.
I don't follow wrestling. No, I don't know anything about it.
Because it's sushi.
Oh, let's see here. Unfair criticism. People aim at me.
What?
Tit. From Snow Carl.
Oh boy.
What do you think is the most fair and unfair criticism people aim at me today in 2025?
Man.
Well,
fair
when
and
people
unfair.
say things about my hair, they're right. My hair is kind of messed up. I wish it was better.
That is okay.
I wish that my hair was more even.
Yeah,
but,
I
you
wish
know,
that too.
I'm older, and my hairline will have issues, and there's nothing I can do about that unless I get like Rogaine or something, which I'm not going to do.
How do we know you're not doing right now?
So that's a fair criticism. There's nothing I can really do to dispute that. You're right. My hairline isn't great. My hair puffs up. It looks stupid, right? Now, the most unfair criticism.
Well, that's just how, whatever. Like, he doesn't want to do anything else. Like, he doesn't want bangs.
Actually, that's the only fair criticism. All other criticisms are completely unfair. There you go.
But whatever, okay.
I do
He literally
absolutely
said it
nothing
was
wrong
fair, realized
at
that
all
was a
besides my
mistake,
hairline.
and then
That's
realized that
it.
he didn't say anything about
There you
something
go.
unfair. Man, this dude rocks at answering questions. He like lost track of what he read.
That is correct. You've got a wife, you've got a life. You don't have to worry about your hairline.
Okay. We don't
What
need
do I
your
miss most about being younger? Having
energy. Wow, what a take. I
do the
miss having
things that I would have
energy.
liked to do. I didn't have the money. I didn't have the free time, right? Now I'm older
Oh my
and
god, I have the time.
I have more money
I have the money, but not the time. Yeah.
now, which is great.
Okay.
Easy stuff that I used to do back in the day. It's actually funny. I was talking to a few of my friends the other day.
Oh
About
my god,
street-
you love that he calls like fucking like I gotta say it. It is so sad. Or shitty. I don't know. This dude hasn't talked to Tony NDO for fucking years. And then suddenly, when he wanted to use them for clout to fight in fucking fighting games, he just happens to show up. And now he talks to them on the regular. But if he stops playing CVS2, guess what? Those people will be ghosted forever. Because DSG's a really good friend. That's what really good friends do. They just don't reach out. They don't talk to you for years. And then when you're doing something that they want that they're also doing, then they talk to you. Then if they're done with it, they don't talk to you again.
Street Fighter stuff, and they
something?
were talking.
Okay. Was Street Fighter? You know what? I guarantee this is what it is. They can come in like, oh wow, see Viper looks good in Street Fighter 6. Like,
Yeah. I think I'm gonna play. I just watched Super Turbo, man.
like or it'd say, yeah, pretty cool, or whatever the fuck. Like, I can give a fuck.
About the current tournament scene and things that were going on and all of that. And I was like, yeah, it's just funny because, you know, when I was younger, I was so into Street Fighter and I legit felt like I wanted to be the best and everything. But back then I didn't have the means to do it. You know, I couldn't fly to every tournament to get good. Yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't afford it. And I always looked at...
but he went to other places. Like, he did fly, like, he's literally talking about he didn't go to every single tournament. Dude, who does that? I mean, not even people who I follow that do these fighting game terms go to every tournament. And he's like, yeah, how do they go to every tournament? But he also doesn't understand the concept that maybe they share money, maybe they share savings by staying at someone else's house or whatever, right? Okay.
At guys like Justin Wong or Ricky Ortiz or Flo. These were guys who like were at every event.
How does he
and
know
I was like, how do they do it? I don't know. I have a job. I go to school. I have to do those things. I don't have the freedom of time, and I certainly don't have the money to fly around and play Street Fighter as a professional.
How does he
I just
know they do
play
that?
casually when I can in my local scene, and
God.
every once in a while when I can.
Oh my god, man! All right, let's go back to this. Let's go back to this bullshit. Sorry, I had to take a break. The magic of pausing recording.
Pretty cool, huh?
Oh god, it didn't connect. Oh man. I come back and there's problems. Not major problems, but just annoying. I don't know why it did not automatically connect. Oh man. Please, OBS, don't. No, it's doing it again. Damn it. Well, I think this will fix it. This sometimes does fix it. I think. Oh my god, dude! I had a good I had a good video. It was solid. It was great. And now this happens. How could this happen? How could this happen? I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Sorry, I had to use the bathroom. This is some bullshit. Come on. Do I have to like quit? Do I have to make another recording? I shouldn't have to do that. I should not have to redo a recording. This is bullshit. Oh my god, come on. What? I know this happened before. But how did I fix it? I don't remember how I fixed it the last time. I thought it would just, if I take it, like, you know, the headphones on and off, it should fix it, right? Hmm. Oh my god. This is, this is really annoying. This literally worked and now it doesn't work. Come on. Whatever, you know, fuck it. I did the video, basically. He's just talking about fucking, like, oh, FTC stuff. Dude, this is bothering me. It's eating away, deep inside. This is bullshit. It should work. It should work. Maybe I have to I got another solution. Let's see if I plug it in, would that do anything? Okay, let's see. Okay, why? Dude, this is like ridiculous. Hmm. Dude, this worked and now it doesn't. This is like, how did this happen? How did this happen? Why? I don't understand how this happened. Yeah, I may have to like, I don't want to fucking want to do a whole new fucking video. Well, let's see. I've seen what's here. No. Right? This is bullshit. I don't know what happened. I had to leave. I kept that. Whatever. It's not a big deal anyway. Like, it will probably be fixed if I quit out of OBS. I just don't want to fucking have to feed this video into iMovie and bullshit like that. So, sorry, everyone. This is, I'm blaming OBS on this one. You can't. I'm not blaming Tim Apple this time. Look, okay. You may not be able to hear it, but I'm just gonna. I'll listen. I'll listen to today's stream a little bit. I'm gonna go. We're gonna go to the cold open. Okay. I know he does talk about Metal Gear again, and you know, it doesn't really change what I had to say about it. Okay, so this is gonna be a boring podcast. Okay. Okay, dude, this is like, you know what it might be? It might be connecting to something else in this room. Bullshit. But it shouldn't matter because it should still be going through OBS. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, how did that? Wait a minute. No, that's right. Whatever. But yeah, it's just bullshit stuff anyway. Well, anyways, it's not like this today was gonna be a great day for a long video anyway, because I have a figure drawing class to go to. So that'll be it for this video. I covered what I wanted to cover anyway, so it wasn't like, oh, I was in the middle of something very important. He was just talking about the FGC stuff. He talks about the jealousy thing. That's stuff that I've talked about before. Maybe if I feel like I'll do another video talking about that. I did have the other truck sim stream, but I don't know what else to add to that. So that's the stream. Thanks for watching. Sorry, I have the preview on, so I'm getting a little distracted by looking at the new background I made, dude. Well, this is cool. This is my little gear layer, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching. You know, and DSP does also continue the lie, because I caught a little bit ahead, because I was watching WPIG a little bit. He did continue the lie of Kojima was pissed off. He's wilding out on Twitter when all he said was he's not playing Delta. But that's it. That is it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it, and you know, there's finally ranked mode in Guilty Gear Strive. Finally, Guilty Gear Strive is finally released and had a ranked mode, and the balance changes are pretty good, pretty solid, some may say. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Okay, get over this. Can you hear this? You can't. It's bullshit. Wait a second. I'm not laughing. Got another idea. What if this is... No, you get nothing. No, you can't get this? Damn it. Oh well. But you got the automaton. This is what matters. This is the real technology here. Alright. That is it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.